Y'all know these stories are hard, right? Um, Six former Mississippi police officers who called themselves Goon Squad was sentenced for terrorizing two black men living with white women. This is not even this is a racial thing, I guess, but to me, it's a humanity thing. Let's watch it.
Egregious and despicable. Those words from a federal judge in Mississippi describing the actions of former cops Hunter Elwood, sentenced to 20 years, and Jeffrey Middleton, sentenced to more than 17 years.
And they deserve that time. Back in the day, it was kind of hard to get police officers when they committed these crimes, this type of sentencing. And in this case, I don't think there was even cameras that just went on evidence. But the fact they gave them that much time is huge.
They, along with four others, some of whom refer to themselves as the Goon Squad, pleaded guilty to breaking into this home early last year without a warrant, then terrorizing and torturing two black men, all apparently because they stayed at this house with a white woman.
The six white police officers involved in this assault sought to dehumanize their victims.
During the ordeal, both were handcuffed as deputies poured milk, alcohol, and syrup on their faces, calling them racial slurs. At one point, Michael Jenkins was shot in the...
So it makes you wonder, like why some police officers even get into this game, right? Like we have this idea of protection, but here these innocent people are not being protected, but they're being tortured.
mouth.
You look at me, I look at him, and we sat there for a minute.
He was shot in the face.
You can see the bullet, coming out of the gun. I mean, the fire coming out, and it was horrific.
The federal charges were brought by the Department of Justice's Civil Rights Division.
Hard to imagine a more atrocious set of civil rights violations than those carried out by these guys.
An investigation by the Associated Press revealed that since 2019, some of these deputies had been involved in at least 4 violent assaults on black men. They resulted in 2 deaths and another suffering lasting injuries.
They're not just depriving victims of their civil rights, they're degrading the public's trust in our criminal justice system.
Absolutely.
Now, there are still 4 additional deputies to be sentenced later this week. And during today's hearing in the federal courthouse you see behind me, Hunter Elwood addressed the court, said he accepted responsibility, and said to the 2 victims, Nora, that he apologized. At that point, one of the victims, Eddie Parker, turned to him and said, "I forgive you."
I get, there's a part of me that it bothers me, when we're so quick to say we forgive. Like these victims are so quick to say, "I forgive you." This guy created the most heinous crime that you commit on a person, basically rape of these men, violation of the rights, wearing a police uniform badge, using the weaponry that the police have for his own, whatever it is that he thinks he wants to do, whether it's, he wants to rape these men or he wants to just brutalize, whatever sicko behavior he has. And this guy doesn't deserve your words and saying, "I forgive you." He doesn't deserve any compassion from you. Yes, you give compassion to yourself. You do anything and everything you can to get through it. But this piece of shit don't deserve anything from you. You're still playing the victim when you say to this guy or these men who brutalize you in the worst way and would continue to do it to this day if they wasn't caught, if they wasn't held accountable. To this day, they will brutalize you or other men like you for whatever sickle reasons they have without even remorse. And you give them the benefit of the doubt. You help ease their conscience. You try to help their case by saying, "I forgive you." It's not like they came to you, after the fact, and they came to you and turned themselves into you and says, "I'm the person that did this. I'm so sorry what I did. I was so wrong. Will you forgive me?" It's not that situation. It's the situation where they have no options. They got caught. They're in the jail system. They're facing time. They're in front of the judge who's going to decide their fate. They don't give a damn about you. It's all about them. And so when they say to you, I'm sorry, they're playing you. They're not sorry for anything. The only thing they're sorry for is what's coming next, which is what the judge did, which sentenced them to 17 and 20 years. They don't deserve your compassion and telling them that they forgive you, that you forgive them. They deserve none of it. Forgive yourself, yes. Quietly say, I forgive this situation or whatever you need to do to get through it, but they don't deserve shit from you.